Horizon Chance, UX, and this is what happens when you elect a psychopath as a city mayor. City Skyline 2 by channel Let's Game It Out. Yeah, this was also a video that was posted with around the same time when Martin uploaded, I guess. Both are kind of like promoted by the developers, so I guess there was a deadline or something. I was surprised, like, what the hell, Let's Game It Out post video same time as Martin, but I guess it was like the deadline type of thing. But yeah. So I saw the Martin's video. Obviously, if you haven't seen that, I don't know, check out the link in the description, there you'll find it. But yeah, that was really good, right? It surprises me, City Skyline, because I'm pretty sure I remember the first one, and it's like a city building type of game. It was good, but I guess it's just becoming better and better, right? All the elements they added. I like the commentary and on the news and radio commentary type of voice lines and shit, right? That's good. All the things you do. And I like that there are literal elements of it, like what you build in a city will attract people or not, right? If you don't have good enough roads, that's going to be a problem, right? If you don't have industries, offices or whatever, that's going to be a problem. I don't know. I'm a civil contractor. I never thought of this game, about this game to play it or whatever, but now I'm like, maybe I should, right? Because it's like the thing I do. And after seeing the Martin's video, I realized, like, wait a minute, I can do something with this, right? I can plan. I know a thing or two about city planning, so I could do something with it. Where to put industries, where to put offices or something. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what Let's Game It Out do. I guess Joss, right? That's his name. I'm pretty sure he's just gonna go full on anarchy, right? He'll find an exploit and that's about it, right? He'll just it'll be like there was a like pool flood with Martin side events. I don't think this is gonna be just flood. I think it's gonna be apocalyptic, whatever it's gonna be. But yeah, he even puts it in title Psychopath as a city mayor. So there you go. Let's do this one.
Hey there, it's Josh. Welcome back to Let's Game It Out. We're playing City Skylines 2 today. Compliments of our good buddies over at Paradox for sponsoring this one. Oh, and also the version of the game I have is an early build.
Paradox? Wait a minute, these are the Hearts of Iron one? What? Ah, okay. So it's published by Paradox Interactive, which is like the publishing main company, but not developed by the Paradox Studio or whatever that makes Hearts of Iron 4 games. It's like Colossal, it's like a different studio. Alright.
So there might be some oddities, which is, really excites me. But keep that in mind for some of the weird stuff we may find. First things first, we gotta pick a starting map. And I know that when we're considering these things, we should be taking all kinds of stuff into consideration. Like, what's the theme? What's the climate? What are the outside connections? What are all the natural resources?
Yeah,
or we could go ahead and pick River Delta, because I've decided right in this moment, that would be my spy name. And that's good enough for me. And now we're gonna go ahead and name our city Sadula, the magical river town where you can cry anywhere you want. At home, in the streets, in your shower. We mean it. Cry anywhere. And now I have to wonder how much text we're allowed to put in this box. Oh wow, it's really just gonna let me keep going, isn't it? And obviously this town is North American.
I like how he has like a humor of Top Gear trio, right? Whenever it comes to anything naming.
And I think we're ready to begin. Okay, here we are in the beautiful starting lands of Sadula. Population 0, and it's already raining. First thing we need to check is, did our name actually take? Oh yeah, it sure did, didn't it? Well, that's something I definitely like to see. Surely this isn't gonna—
I don't want to pause too much. Can you take loans in this game? Because I'm pretty sure somebody commented there's another guy who made a video who started with $0. Like, how do you do that? Which means he took a loan or something. If you want to do anything, won't that cost money? Like, how do you build from $0?
Have a single ill side effect. And on that note, let's go ahead and save our game first thing. You never know what's gonna happen in a beta build. Ah, see, that's what I'm talking about. Look at it trying to display our entire city name. Too bad it runs out of space. No problem, can I just save it anyway? I don't think it took. So let's go ahead and delete the whole thing, and we'll just call it Sadula 1. Okay, that didn't do it either. Luckily, we can just go down to the city name and just rename it right here. So if we just rename it to Sadula and then try to save again. Ah, so that's how it's supposed to look. Look at that, it's supposed to show you your city and have a save button. That's what I was missing. Fair enough, we're just gonna call it Sadula. Wait a minute, what? The forest
They
is
don't physically
already
stop
on
you whenever
fire,
you
but
have
it's
problems.
raining. How did I get so lucky? Oh, I think I found it. It's all the way over here. I don't know if I'm gonna care at all about this. Okay, here we are. A nice cozy fire. That's even more cozy the closer we get. Well, now I'm torn, because we have a city to make, but we have the fortune of this perfectly good forest fire. So let's just see how this goes first. I mean, so far it's not that big. And also our actual city is
See how
like
it
way
goes.
over there somewhere. Which is to say
Best
this is
mayor
all
of
for
all time.
pleasure. Okay, come on, let's speed this up. We don't have all day. Let's go from this to this to this. There we go, that's much better. Fire, do your thing. Oh, and what's this? More friends in the distance. Yeah.
Only way to beat a forest fire is just let it through, I guess. If there's no forest, there's not going to be fire.
Yep,
There you
that's
go.
a fire, all right. Oh no, and they're gonna take out these castle ruins. How unfortunate that would be. Oh my god, and while this one is going, and that one is going, there's also that one over there, and
Oh,
another
how
one.
is that
It's
happening,
like this
though?
game knows my needs before I do. Oh, and don't look now.
What's with the
there's a
forest
traffic
fire? That doesn't
accident.
make
How
sense.
is this possible? We don't even have a city yet. Wait, this is it? This is our accident? Shouldn't be a problem. There's a police car arriving soon. Oh, here we go. Someone's here to help.
Hey, citizen,
Spun
get your
out of
keys
control,
from the
that's
road
all.
and follow me.
Whoa. Don't just cut that guy off. And the circle of life continues. Also, all things considered, I think this fire situation is gonna be okay. Like, yeah, there's a lot of indicators and stuff, but it seems like for every tree that gets burned down, a bunch of them are still surviving. Unfortunately. So we'll just let that burn for now. After all, we have a
Seriously,
town
there's
to
raining,
build. You
man.
see this border around the whole
It's
thing?
all going to be
That's
damp,
technically the
moisture
limits of
high
our
in
town
the-
right now.
what?
At the moment, the most we have is this cute little road.
I mean, if it's raining, there's going to be high moisture in the atmosphere. Like, I don't know, it's going to be harder for the trees to burn, wouldn't it? I don't know. How is this happening? Whole reason why forest fires happen, something like Los Angeles and things, is because it's way too dry, right? Sometimes it's rain, but still, the atmosphere has way too less of a moisture there.
Road coming right into our town and going to nowhere. And then meanwhile, we have this other cute little road over here coming off of the main highway and then unloading people over here to more nothing. So I guess this is the most logical place to start our city, which means we're gonna
Just
start
build a casino,
right over
there you go,
here.
that's your
Okay,
city.
so first things first, we gotta start with some roads. After all, they are the main city infrastructure. So it seems like it makes the most sense that it connects to that thing over there. But can we connect it to anything as long as it's in city limits? Like, can we connect it to this thing over here? Hang on, let's find out. Okay, so far it looks like we can put it like right here. Oh, yep, that's a big yes. Because who doesn't want to go from a normal 65 miles an hour on this bridge and then has to suddenly change
Seriously,
without
just
warning
there.
to a
Look at
30
that.
mile an hour zone? Yeah, you do it the right way, USA. Well, actually, you know what? Why only give them one chance? Let's give them two. Just one right after the other. Oh, and we can't forget the other side too. And by that, I mean, one of
my
these,
God.
the most perfect
Welcome to
way
India.
not get into an accident. Thank God there's crosswalks. Don't forget to yield. Oh, what the
Oh my god. Okay, even India doesn't do that anymore. Like, roads are becoming better. People are like, oh, wait a minute. We probably shouldn't do this. And major highways, like equivalent to motorways, will not have any term. And there's like, those kind of a clover leaf type of thing.
Hey, let's add a couple of more. You can never have too many ways to get into a city, can you? Sometimes you have the street you prefer and you just want to take it. Because after all, at the end of the day, all of these roads are actually just going to lead to the same one road. Oh my god, just look at this. My chest hurts just trying to navigate this at all. Okay, you know what though? Let's be honest.
Drifting
Why
zone.
stop here when we could do something a little more like this? Okay, yeah, there we go. I mean, God help us all if anybody actually wants to traverse this. And
Look
who
at
wouldn't?
this
Look at these
bumpy road.
beautiful features. Who hasn't dreamt about their daily commute having
Oh,
all
this
kinds
is
of
an
like
awesome
stunt person
circuit
stuff?
right
And
there
I
for
have
racing.
no idea who has the right of way for any of this. I guess it doesn't really matter. It's all going to lead to the same place, which is this little peak right here. There might be a lot of ways to get to this point, but only one road is going to take you to the actual city, and it's going to be a one-lane, one-way road. First, we'll put it over here, a little bit over here, and then maybe a little bit over here. I mean, yeah, we knew this was how it's going to turn out. And now to finally get it to our first island by connecting it all the way over here. Good, perfect. Now you probably noticed all these squares and crap. Basically,
Wait a minute, he didn't made a bridge? How the hell the road's going there? Did it automatically made a bridge?
the game is letting us know that this is where we can place like residential areas or commercial buildings or
Nah.
whatever. Because in stuff like a normal city, you would have your roads and your logically placed buildings and all of that stuff. Or it can turn into a colossal mess, just like we like it. Especially in the case with this, which I don't even know if we can put stuff in the water. So let's go ahead and go down to our zones here and try.
think
If
you
you're
can
new to the
with the,
city
I don't
building
know.
stuff, green is residential, blue is commercial, yellow is industrial, pink is office zones, and then we've got stuff for like specialized industry, like livestock. For now, we're gonna stick with residential zones. In this case, we're gonna go with nice low density housing, which is like single family homes and stuff like that. Let's see, believe we can just highlight the area we want and select it. Oh, okay, there we go. It's not underwater, unfortunately, but I guess that'll do. And before we go too crazy, let's take our roads and run it all the way this direction. So we have a nice plot of land that it's gonna build on. And then we'll just run this right over here, which, oh dear, it doesn't seem to like this very much. You can tell by all the red highlighting. But I think I have a solution. It's called elevating the road a little bit. Oh, slope too steep. Okay, fine, we'll do a reasonable amount so that cars aren't gonna start rolling backwards on the incline. And it gives us more space to put more residential down. Look at that, there's already houses coming in. What lovely beachfront property this is. Beautiful one-story house.
Oh my god, why didn't I thought of this before? Like, I said city planning, and then now it's clicking to me as soon as I saw all this road. This is going to be one of the most nightmarish city he is ever going to design. It's like every single thing, like, why would you design it like that? Because why would you not? That's how it's going to be. It's like Psychopath, like the title says.
House for sale, complete with
this is a good idea, right?
Satellite dish,
how to make the worst
matching
city
trash
possible.
cans, and the constant threat of fire spreading in the distance. Anyway, while all that's being developed, let's head back over here and finish this road. If you made it this far into the city, you already know what to expect by now. And if you didn't, well, here in the town of Sagula, our motto is, you'll probably get used to it. And connected back to this main road. There, everything's connected. Don't say I didn't do anything nice for you. And just to sweeten the deal, we're gonna try to listen to everybody's demands. As you can see, there's a whole list of different things they could want. Low, medium, and high density residential, blah, 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 blah. And their corresponding colors. We already made all these low density houses, which as you can see from the bar graph, nobody wants. But they really want medium and high density housing. So we'll sprinkle some of that around as well. Yes, progress, that's what I like to see. And goodness knows once you've got your nice single family home, this is...
Okay, is he making towers there? Because why are the cranes so high? First of all, even if he's making tower, why are the cranes that high? he hasn't even started with... what the, it's like, you see the big crane if there is something to build that high. Why is it there now?
That's progress, that's what I like to see. And goodness knows once you've got your nice single family home, this is what you want to live next door to. This level of construction. Hey, what the heck is this icon here?
What?
Water damage. This structure has been flooded and is being damaged. What are you crying about? You're on solid land down there. Whatever, I'm sure it's fine. You know, it's the darndest thing. I make this nice place for people to live, and yet nobody wants to move in. They just drive right by. Are they not impressed with our gigantic apartment skyscrapers? That's fine, I think I know how to solve this problem. Let's take a look at our city economy. Specifically, let's take a look at taxation. Well, now here's your problem. People don't want to pay taxes, and sure, we could get pretty granular with this and really assign different taxes to different things. But I'm just gonna go for a nice tried and true method. It's called lowering taxes not just to 0%, but to negative 10%. I assume that means we're paying them to move in. There, what do we think of this place now?
That would do it.
Oh my god, it's finally happening. We finally have someone who's willing to brave this new frontier. Have fun on those
cost
curves.
a lot.
Oh yeah, look at that. People are finally moving in. And they're so orderly too. Look at this. They wait their turn and... Never mind, they don't need to do anything of the sort. You know how it is when you're tired of all this driving on the road stuff and you just need something a little more exciting? Of course you do. Who doesn't want a flying minivan? Truly, this neighborhood is too city, too furious. Anyway, welcome to your brand new home.
Really bad.
I can't wait to see where they call home. Oh, it must be right here. What, these buildings under construction? Oh, is it that place over there? Why'd you park so far away? Seriously? What, are you afraid it's haunted? Oh, and just a quick reminder, this is an early build. I've been told this foliage is gonna look a lot better soon. On the other hand, don't you dare touch this guy's mustache. I know a national treasure when I see one. Anyway, welcome to your new home. What do you think?
I didn't know it's not a guy.
And I guess that was enough for him. Back to the car we go. Nope, I was wrong. He just wants to go on a nice leisurely walk. Wait, I was wrong again. He's going into that construction site, probably to take a dump. So while they're doing that, let's check out the rest of the neighborhood. We've got all kinds of people showing off their parallel parking skills for no reason. In their matching smart cars. Yes, we're all very impressed. Oh, and that's not the only place with a bunch of activity. As you can see, this city is growing larger all the time. Oh, and I've got...
I love this band. House at the band. Somebody just busy drifting and constantly slamming at the porch. This is so good, man. Having house at a band is the worst thing you can have, man. This is
even better news. Do you hear that noise? Well, don't look now,
that
but it looks like the fire has
that would
found
increase
us.
the speed.
Yes, that's what I like to see. Hope you like living next to nature. Anyway, now that our town is coming together... Wait a minute, are people complaining about my town on social media? We could really use better water delivery in this city. The sewers in this city could really use an upgrade. Water and sewers? What? Oh, I guess that explains all these icons. I forgot that we have to do stuff like sewer and electricity and water sources at all. What are you complaining about?
Where did the internet
There's a
come
river
from?
right there.
Nobody put Wi-Fi or anything.
It doesn't feel safe going out at night with all the hashtag crime outside. Yeah, don't look now. This place totally looks super unsafe. I would never trust a neighborhood with this many smart cars. Here's how I feel about you and your crime.
I think it's so unsafe and so congested that even criminals won't try anything here. Because they still need space to run away. It's just like this way too crowded. Look at the cars. It's like, first of all, how are 2 cars gonna fit here? This is
We're
ridiculous.
gonna change the name of this street. We're gonna change it from Willow Street to Crybaby Alley. Yeah, now we've done it. And now all of the addresses here have changed too. How would you like to live at 750 Crybaby Alley? So I guess the first thing we're gonna start with is electricity. We could go with something like wind, or we could go with this coal power plant.
Oh yeah, that's the
more
stuff.
electricity production. In addition to medium ground air and noise pollution. Low cost, but generates lots of pollution. That's certainly what I like to hear. We're gonna put it right on top of this area here, because as we can see, it's kind of glowing blue, which means there's groundwater deposits there. I hope they like being polluted. Thank you, Electricity Department, for tweeting that we have hashtag power. I mean, in theory. Nobody has power yet because nothing's hooked up. Okay, first things first. This little road icon.
I want an environmentalist tweet too. We are hashtag fucked. This is way too good, man. Somebody mod this game. It would be so good. Some crazy parody style comments.
Means that we need a road to this or else people can't go to work. So we're gonna provide people with the best way I know how to get there. A gravel road. A narrow and slow speed unpaved road for vehicles. Perfect. In fact, while we're at it, let's use the replace option. Make it just a little harder for this ambulance to navigate. Oh, nice correction. And then right into a power slide. Wait, I can't replace this bridge too, can I? Well, that's not a gravel road, but it was still fun to see what happens. Wait, can I just put an intersection right here on the bridge and just aim it to where it needs to be? The answer appears to be yes. Oh, I'm sorry, am I not close enough? Fine, here, have a little offshoot. There we go. It's perfect. It even has its own street name. And lastly, it's time to
I like it was like gravel road when it's rain all the time. It's like, oh, this is not gonna be a problem at all.
connect some power. Okay, so we'll just go ahead and run this like that. And I guess I could do something easy like connect it right here, which will send power straight through the street. And then I believe in theory means it'll power all these houses. Well, why do that when I can just run these things all over the place? Like, as long as people are getting power, does anybody really mind? Okay, that's probably pretty good, right? Just a nice spattering of power cables all over our fair city. Now let's move on to water and sewage. Look at this, we have two kinds of pipes. We got water pipes and we got sewage pipes. We could do them together, but that sounds way too convenient. So for all these water pipes to actually get water, we gotta use something like a water pumping station. Extracts water from a lake or river. And that's exciting because that means we're gonna pull all of our water.
Any plumber out there would just get a heart attack seeing that. Like, why have sewage and water line go together? Like, that is the one thing you never do. This is horrendous.
From this river. And as you can see by all of these arrows here, that's the direction the water is flowing, which doesn't seem like it matters now, but it will. So we're gonna put one right here, right next to the thing that's polluting the groundwater. And all we need to do is connect this pipe and drag it all the way over here to an existing pipe, and we'll break this gravel road off to another gravel road so people can get there too. Bless you for all having separate names. And there we go. All that water is flowing freely now. And lastly, we're gonna deal with sewage, which is gonna be handled by this sewage outlet. Pumps wastewater out into the environment. By that, I mean we take one of these things and put it along the shoreline. It's literally just a pipe that's gonna spew water right into the river. So my hope is that when that thing starts spewing sewage, it's gonna go downstream into this thing and send that as drinking water to all those unsuspecting citizens. Let's see if it works.
Welcome to Cholera 2.0.
Yep, and that's how we know we hooked it up right. But why stop with one? Let's go ahead and add as many of these as we can. Oh yeah, there we go, that's the magic. And some of these aren't spewing garbage yet, but that's probably because we don't have that many citizens. Yeah, so we're gonna have to really get our population up from 22 whole people, because we need more people to crap more to...
I'm not gonna... The level of pressure that these things have, it would literally take days before this whole water turns brown. Look at the intensity of those.
Pollute these rivers. As you can see, though, it's already starting to have kind of an effect. By that, I mean that brown spot in the otherwise clear river
too brown,
water.
man. How
so
is that
for starters, we're going to build all kinds of random stuff. After all, what's the point of having a giant complex like this if there's nobody living there? So we're going to try and listen to all the demands they have. Wow, who would have thought that there'd be high demand for commercial, industrial, and offices? It's almost as if people want somewhere to work and not to just Blair Witch staring at their air conditioner all day long. Also, oh my god, look at this hulking child. Don't mess with this kid, they'll mess you up. Oh, but where should we put everything? I don't know about you, but this seems like ideal farmland. I mean, it's probably not, but that's what we're gonna use it for.
All the power lines going through water is like, I dare you to go for a swim. You know, you want to go to a beach, you want to go for a swim, I dare you to take a swim.
And now we just want to establish what is viable farmland.
Electrified
We're gonna
sewage
drag
water.
to all the corners that we can. I don't care how much this extends into the ocean. Make all this farmland work for you. Wonderful. One more perfect landmark in our city. It's like
Claw.
Godzilla's got a claw that's coming out. It became a field. See, now this is the spirit of farming. I like to call this making the most of it. I mean, they don't seem to be bothered by the swells of the river, so why should we? And we're gonna use all this amazing space near our entrance to put all of our stuff like supermarkets, malls, hotels, movie theaters. We're just gonna shove them in here in the most inconvenient way possible. I get the sense that this is gonna be where most people from the town will be working. And because all these roads are a one-way street, I think that means to get to work, people are gonna have to drive all the way through the entire town, all the way back over to this space, all the way back to the highway, and then drive back through all of this crap just to get to their work. Oh yeah, this is really coming together. Look at this beautiful little city center we've made for ourselves. We've even got foot
Makes
traffic.
great for
And you know
cinematics.
this guy
That's
must be
for damn
pretty
sure.
diehard because there was no easy way to walk over here from the city or town, whatever we're calling this mess. And we can't forget about all this usable space over here. And we could just put offices or whatever in these spaces, but it just feels too clean. So I have an idea. First, let's bulldoze all of these existing roads. And before we add any roads of our own, let's mess around with this, the landscaping tool. Specifically this section right here, terraforming. Tools to shape the land. Okay, let's see, how does this work? Oh, there you go. Okay, so
Oh
hold
my
on. I've got
God.
kind of a plan here. And it's not necessarily to make mountains or anything.
I like how, Dubai or who? I think pretty sure it was Dubai who made a actual artificial island, and people were like, oh, that's it. They made an island. You know, they build an artificial, like, man-made island or whatever. And here, look at that. You can just make a fucking mountain yourself. Like, this project would cost a shit ton of money just trying to do it. And why? Why make a mountain out of dirt and shit? Look at that.
After all, we do want to use this space for something. Can I just take the gravel road and can I just like run this right through the... Oh, it looks like you can because it's all blue. Oh, great. It made a tunnel. I didn't even know that was an option. And now we're going to continue our nice gravel road and just kind of circle it around like this and then circle it around some more. Looking great. Okay.
What's with him and the tornadoes, man? Another tornado.
Okay, I might have gone a little overboard. But if you give me windy roads, I'm gonna want to do stuff. I honestly don't even know how this is gonna work. Like, there's so many places where the roads just kind of intersect.
Right?
There's also surprisingly little signage at these big intersections. I mean, thank God for letting us know there's no U-turns. And I even raised a little more terrain to add some more stuff. And while a lot of it is off the ground, there are a lot of roads that are actually still gravel, like this part right here. Which means it's all space we can use for putting down different zones of stuff. Even this right here. I hope someone uses this to build their dream house. So we'll just go ahead and use this space for filling in random office buildings, and then we'll mix some housing in there, maybe some industrial. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's not advised to just mix all this stuff together, but obviously we don't care. I just want to give our town a nice spattering of color. Okay, that should about do it, maybe. And now we just wait and see how construction does. Oh, and also look, we have somebody on the road. Now we can finally see how this gets handled. Okay, so it looks like you can turn on these, which makes this a lot more versatile to use, which I guess is probably a good thing because it means that people can actually get to the freeway faster and then flee from this situation forever. Or apparently this guy is gonna stop, almost get hit by a car, and then go right back into town again. I get it, you just couldn't leave it behind. Well, so far so good. I'm genuinely shocked that stuff is getting built here. Thank God there's a gas station being built right next to this pharmaceutical company. All on a gravel road. Oh yeah.
Every time you buy a gas, they give you a pamphlet that says good luck.
And that's the spirit. Look at this place. Absolutely horrific, death-defying parking spots. And also this nightmare of trying to visit any of these storefronts. Like this amazing bench. Hey, you want to go to this ATM? You better really want to. Slipping and falling might be a problem. And some of these places do look surprisingly normal. I mean, until you zoom out and realize that it's on a cliffside. And if you're an employee, remember to always use this door, because this one over here might be a problem. But thank God there's a security camera that can catch you falling to your death. I'm trying to decide if this
That's
seems like
for
a
YouTube,
fancy,
that.
desirable neighborhood or not. Like, on one hand, it seems nice and sleepy and safe, and you do have these luscious backyards, but then again, your view is also of this smokestack. I don't know, I guess it's kind of a mixed bag. Oh, this is definitely the smartest household, though.
You just get
because
out
they
and walk
actually
to your
built a
job, why
fence.
not?
Everybody else is just free to fall to their death. And this place has amazing outdoor furniture. Oh, you know what? There's something else we still need to add, and that's a fire department and a police department. And I think I know just where to put them. All the way over here. So take a look at this. Over here is our 8th wonder of the world. As you can tell by the borders, that's how much land we actually own and can build on. But if we leave all that behind and wander all the way out here into these little islands, you can see this other line appears. This is the actual border of how far out we can buy land and build on it. So if I click on this little icon here, it shows us all the available land that we can buy. As you can see, there's a lot of room to grow. And I want to be able to build on this whole quadrant, so I'm just going to buy all this space. I'm really glad it gives me all these stats. I mean, I'm not going to use them, but I'm glad they're there. Okay, great. Time to do some more building. Oh, and look at this. We even have the option of having a firefighting helicopter depot. Houses 5 helicopters ready to take off at a moment's notice. No thanks. We're just going to go with this firehouse. A small station that houses a few fire engines. Yes, that definitely sounds about more my speed. And oh my god, look at the police options. We've got a police station, police headquarters, a prison, and the Central Intelligence Bureau. You're getting one normal police station and you're gonna like it. Yes, and of course they're gonna need roads. All one-way streets, of course, which is gonna allow us to turn this into this. Now, I know what you're thinking. We've already done a whole lot of road stuff already. But this pile is a little bit different. As a reminder, over here with this thing, all these roads actually intersect, so people can make decisions to turn if they want to. But all this stuff over here, not a single one of these roads intersects with another road. That means that to traverse these one-way streets, these fire engines have to drive this entire route. And oh boy, is it gonna take them a while. But hey, you know what? We're supposed to have fire services, and now we have them. Don't worry, they'll be there soon. To help your great-grandkids, maybe, because you're gonna be long gone. This boat going by underneath is probably like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty sure the people who made this, like, why did we give him the access? Because at least Martin did something coherent, right? Martin made all that shit and then made a poop tornado, whatever. But at least things were coherent, right? This is just insane. I mean, it kind of makes sense. All the videos of him I've seen, this is how it usually goes, right? This feels similar to what he did with Satisfactory, right? With the conveyor belts and how he made a tornado out of that shit. And, you know, all the mess too. This is similar to that.
This crap wasn't on any of the charts. Oh yeah, that's what we like to see. All the poop coming out of all the chutes.
That's way too much poop.
Slowly but surely it's gonna change the color of that water. And I mean, some of the citizens are complaining about apparently dirty water coming into their homes. But what do you expect from people on Crybaby Alley? You know, now I wonder something. We've got all these big, beautiful rivers, right? And we've also got this big, beautiful terrain tool. Can I use this thing to just kind of separate the water from the rest? So now we've effectively made our own little lake. And then if we just take these things and relocate them over here, will this work here as well?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, there it goes. Okay, and now that most of these things are doing their thing, now can we take this little pool of water here, slim this down even further, and will this help it turn another shade of brown? Actually, while I'm staring at this, I think I have another question that needs answering. I couldn't help but notice that the water line here is a lot lower than the water line over here, which I guess makes sense. This is all coming from a river that's... Oh, you know, I kind of forgot that this would happen, but it makes sense now that I see it. I'm glad that these cars absolutely don't care either. Yeah. Nor does this person. Just hanging out in their yard. Nothing's gonna stop them from enjoying their music. Well, this is kind of exciting, isn't it? Especially the part where we now know that these vans can become amphibious vehicles. I mean, if you've got places to be, you've got places to be, right? The lost secrets of Atlantis wait for nobody. You know, I think I was going about this all wrong. I was trying to bring the crap water to the people, but I'm pretty sure I had that backwards. And by that, I mean, surely this counts as shoreline now, right? Like, can I just raise some terrain right behind these people's houses and then just bring the crap to them? Looks like that's a yes.
Oh my
sorry
God.
about your backyard.
That's
we had
just
to do
not
a little
right.
remodeling.
That's just
Here,
not
have
right.
some free fertilizer. Nah, don't worry.
This boy's
no
all
problem to us.
fucked up,
It's just
man.
one
That's
of our
not
many
right.
ways of giving back here in Sagila. Population,
Even I didn't thought of that.
Property.
That's just not
well,
right.
I certainly like the sound of this plan. Just when you thought your neighborhood couldn't get any classier, the city introduces new features to surprise and delight. I love it. It's like the blob is taking over this house. Well, I guess all that's left to do now is go neighborhood by neighborhood, see if we can't enhance their experience with a little bit of personal touch. I want to thank Paradox again for giving me access to an early version of the game so I can make this video, as well as for sponsoring the whole thing.
Yeah, I think they're pretty sure gonna add some kind of restriction after watching this, some patches that if you do shit like this, people are just gonna leave or something because this is not realistic at all. This is horrendous. Like I guess they're gonna make some kind of like ease of access chart or something. If you make something way too complex, like this ridiculous road he made here, people are just gonna leave or something. It's just gonna decrease its value because this was insane. Seriously, man, the last, in the end, he just went in and said, oh, look at that, I can flood them. Like, okay, I thought like he's just going to flood them. No, no, no. I'm going to put sewage water on top of that. Is he pumping that? How is the water going up? I guess he planted a whole pump there just to pump sewage water all the way up so it can drop on everybody. That's what happened there. That's like a way larger initiative. Like, I'm going to do this. I don't care how much it costs. Oh, well, this is what happens when you elect a psycho. It's not a psychopath. It's just like psychopath is a small word. I don't know which other word I can use, but just evil, point blank evil. This is what happens when you elect an evil as city mayor. City Skylines 2 by channel. Let's game it out. If you like my reaction, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time.